Hey there, Leo. It's Ashley. How are you? Took a little bit of time off there for the week of Thanksgiving. Had some family come in, so we're getting back at it. We're going to do past, present, and future for you for the week of December 6th. And just so you know, I am working on kind of figuring out what bonuses I want to do this month. I am feeling pretty called to do a twin flame bonus. So if you are in a twin flame dynamic, that might be of interest to you. For others, there will definitely be some other kind of bonus for this month as well. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But welcome back if you're a subscriber, and if not, please subscribe, like the video, leave me a comment, let me know how you're doing, what you think of the reading. We're going to get into the reading for Leo and see what's been going on. In this first position in the past, we're going to look at what might have been going on for you in this last eclipse that just happened last week. It looks like we have the full moon in Cancer showing up. So there may have been some sort of family or home dynamic kind of situation that might have come to a close with it being a full moon. Some sort of resolution to a problem perhaps. Or it could have just been a very interesting holiday if you celebrated. So let's see what's going on for Leo at this time. We have the Queen of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and the Three of Swords. The Six of Wands, the Lovers, and the Page of Cups. The Seven of Pentacles. Interesting. Aries got this in the exact same position. The Eight of Pentacles. And the King of Wands. Oh my. So we have a King and Queen of Wands showing up here. Bottom of the deck we have the Fool. So certainly a new cycle, whether you wanted it or not. You know, the Fool requires us to take a leap of faith. It's a new beginning that comes naturally after something else has come to a close. So we're going to see why that might be showing up. Could definitely be dealing with an Aries or some Aquarius energy there. All right. So I feel like we have this Queen of Wands here. Certainly some Leo energy showing up there potentially. So with the King and Queen of Wands, could certainly be dealing with another fire sign. Could just be a divine counterpart here, right? Doesn't have to be a fire sign, but there's some serious attraction in this dynamic. Some magnetism, some passion, and we have the Lovers right in the center here, right? So for this feminine energy, I think this person has a lot of confidence. I think that they are, very magnetic. I also feel like this person has a very strong independent spirit. Somebody that doesn't mess around, if you get what I'm saying. We have Six of Wands, and then we have the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like this person wanted success, right? With the Six of Wands, they wanted to come out the other side of something, perhaps a difficulty, with success. I also feel like perhaps because we have the Seven of Pentacles here And in this depiction of the Six of Wands, it's like hot air balloon, and there's a ship. So it's like they're moving forward here. Even though that's not the typical meaning of the Six of Wands, I feel like perhaps this person, this feminine energy, you know, whether it's you or your partner here, take it as it resonates, they either wanted to see some success or move on, right? Because with the Seven of Pentacles, you can see on this man's shirt, he's got 3 here and 3 here. And this fairy is bringing the 7th pentacle. And so it's kind of like this investment. It is hard work energy. It's waiting for harvest. And I feel like this feminine here was like, either there's a harvest or I'm moving on. Now, with the past position being the full moon in Cancer, you could certainly be dealing with a Cancer, but to me this feels like perhaps someone that you may have lived with, you might live with now. Could have been the mother of your children. This could be something familial involved here. You might have children with this person. It says a personal issue reaches a resolution. So I feel like there's definitely a lot of emotions involved when we're talking about a full moon in Cancer, right? And Cancer is ruled by the moon. So a Cancer moon is a strong moon. But I feel like, again, I'm just getting a lot of very determined energy from this person. It was like you either get on board or get out of the way kind of energy. So let's see what might have been going on here, Leo, in this past position. Right, with the Queen of Wands, we have the Nine of Swords and the Moon. With the Six of Wands, we have the Page of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. With the Seven of Pentacles, we have the Three of Swords and the Knight of Wands. So I feel like I'm getting like both stories at the same time here. So from the Queen of Wands standpoint, I think this person has been under a lot of stress. I think that they are very intuitively guided. I also feel like they've had some suspicions, perhaps of you. I feel like they wanted some sort of genuine offer from you here. And I feel like if they weren't getting it, they were prepared to move forward and find their success elsewhere. I also feel like this person has put in a lot of time and effort and energy and has, as a result, ended up with a lot of, I want to say a lot of heartbreaks. Like, their heart's been broken a ton of times in this dynamic. From the other perspective, I want to say, of this King of Wands perspective, I feel like there was a lot of fear, a lot of unknowns in connecting with this Queen of Wands. I feel like they almost like some self-sabotage energy here of like something within them said there could be success, but at the same time they refuse to have perhaps a commitment here with that Page of Pentacles. Something long term might have been offered here, and I feel like perhaps it was refused. And I feel like perhaps part of why that might have been the case is this fear, but also like this lack of recognition, maybe, like not feeling recognized or supported or like cheered on, I almost want to say, like, or it just didn't feel that way for this King of Wands. I also feel like perhaps this King of Wands energy has also incurred some heartbreak, has been uncertain if this was worth the time and effort, and might have been a little bit hot and cold here. Might have been like into it one minute and, you know, really feeling positive about it, and then the next minute not feeling so positive about it. I feel like this has been very controlled by the moon in some ways, and not like the actual moon is going around the zodiac in the skies controlling the relationship, but more so that, you know, how the moon moves from one sign to the next like every 2.5 days. And so it's like one day there's confidence, and the next day there's fear, and then the next day there's love, and then there's passion, and then there's anger, and then, you know, it was kind of all over the place. Very interesting. So I feel like that's what happened in the past, and I do feel like it happened sometime around the eclipse, as we're getting the moon here, which is the Cancer card. Some people see it as Pisces energy, but then we have the full moon in Cancer. So I do feel like the moon, these eclipses recently have definitely played some serious role in this dynamic, just the energies at the time. So in the present moment, we have precognition. It says psychic ability and future vision. So I feel like someone here is kind of receiving like a download. Could have been in a dream or just some awakening here. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Lovers, and the Eight of Pentacles. So it's like a shift has taken place, and now somebody wants to work on this. Now the Lovers can be Gemini energy, and typically is, but in this card, you can see we have Leo the lion here, and the symbolism for Leo showing up. So I do feel like whoever this is your counterpart. A very strong soul connection here. But now we have the Eight of Pentacles. So not only a lot of work on the self, but a lot of work being put into, or wanting to be put into, this dynamic. Whereas before, it was very wishy-washy and seemed to change by the day. This is a much more dedicated, persevering kind of energy. You can see there's this image of a violin, which looks to be like part of a tree here. And if you've ever learned to play an instrument, it takes time, diligence, effort, practice, a lot of work, right? And so I feel like somebody here is ready to work, and I do feel like it has had something to do with some sort of shift in the karma here, very much related to the eclipses. That is what happens during eclipse season. It is a karmic shift, because we're talking about the north and south nodes when it comes to the astrology piece of it. And again, some sort of awakening here, some sort of download. Let's see what we get. Now we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Two of Swords and the Queen of Swords. The Lovers, the Page of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. With the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Nine of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. So I do feel like perhaps this feminine energy, now this could be you, this could be your person, again, take it as it resonates, but I feel like somebody here was definitely tapping into their intuition. It's showing up strongly here. We have the Moon, and now we have the Two of Swords, which is a very intuitive card. We have this precognition card, right? And so I feel like this person had to make a choice in order for this to shift. I do feel like it was probably the feminine in this dynamic that made a choice to change this up, to get off the wheel, to kind of push their own destiny into taking place. And so I feel like probably what happened here is this offer of commitment, or this genuine offer that came in that was resisted. This feminine was like, okay, moving on, turning my own wheel here. Based on my intuition, this is what I need to do. And I feel like because of that, someone here, again, I feel like has had kind of this breakthrough, this like awakening, perhaps to the truth of what this dynamic is. And I do feel like that could be this masculine energy that's figuring this out. Now, when it comes to this Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, somebody here is very focused on, work, getting their finances back into a good place. This could be one or both of you. Not to mention, like, it's almost like all of these energies of somebody here wants to build their own independence, their own bank account. They want to put in the work on themselves. This King of Pentacles, I feel like, wants to make a stable commitment here, wants to put in the work. And so it's like, I feel like in some way you are both mirroring each other. It just might be directed in a different way, if that makes sense. So like, if you're the masculine in this dynamic, I feel like you've decided you want to work on this relationship, make it something super solid. Whereas I feel like if you're the feminine in this dynamic, you might just be like, moving on, I'm focusing on my career. So I feel like that's what's going on here. I do feel like there's communication taking place. Specifically, perhaps instigated by this masculine. Could be coming forward to flirt a little bit. Even if it seems inappropriate for what's been happening. If that makes sense. Like, it could be like if you're the feminine in this dynamic, it almost feels like a cheeky text message or something comes in and you're like, seriously? After what we've just argued about, fought about, ended, whatever, you're coming in with that? And I feel like it's just a touch base. I don't feel like that's the full message. It's almost like dipping the toe in the water to see what your reaction is going to be. So keep that in mind. But I feel like this person's kind of had a bit of a truth come through. And it could have been a bit cutting to them as well. When it comes to this dynamic and what it means and what it actually is, I kind of feel like this person feels like a bit of a fool. I mean, we do have the fool energy here, right? I feel like this person might feel a bit foolish for not having realized this, or maybe treated it differently. Almost like they've been humbled a bit. So take that as it resonates. In the future position, we have the Eagle Spirit. So I always love this card. This is a powerful totem to receive here. It says, see from a higher perspective. So what I really like about this card in particular, other than it being, you know, this eagle eye energy, what the book on this talks about is that, you know, this eagle could choose to behave like a chicken and live in a coop with guaranteed meals day in and day out and just lay his eggs, right? Can you imagine an eagle behaving like a chicken? It would seem kind of preposterous, right? But what the eagle does instead is he goes up way high in the sky and he soars and he looks for his next meal. And it's never a guarantee, right? But he's taking this like leap of faith and relying on his instincts and his vision, his higher perspective in order to survive. And so, pretty powerful. We have the Three of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the King of Wands. I do feel like somebody in this dynamic is apologizing. I feel like it's this King of Wands. And I feel like it's because they've had this breakthrough energy, which to me is very closely related to that eagle card there. It's like this higher knowing, this download. I mean, it's very clear that this is coming in from a higher body, if that makes sense, like almost cosmic, which makes sense based on the eclipse season, that we are just on the back skirts of the eclipses themselves. Now their energy goes on for months, right? But so let's clarify here. We have the Three of Swords, we have the Ten of Wands, and the Hermit. With the Page of Cups, we have the Seven of Swords, and the Six of Cups, the King of Wands. I wanted to say King of Pentacles. We have the Two of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. So here's what I'm feeling here. I feel like there's been a lot of pain in this dynamic. There's been a lot of burden in this dynamic. But I feel like somebody in this relationship has had to go within. And I feel like that's happened for a couple of reasons. One, because the pain has forced you into an internal reflection period, trying to gain a higher perspective on what's happened here. But also, I feel like if this feminine went into hermit mode and kind of retracted her energy, pulled her energy from this, that I feel like also forced the masculine to go into a deeper reflection here. Either way, I feel like there's going to be an apology here, and I feel like this person has come to an understanding that they have really abandoned and walked out on a very important relationship in their life. And they weren't careful about it. If anything, they were kind of naive and immature about how they handled this. And it was all about self-protection. It was all about, you know, let me hurt you before you hurt me kind of thing. So again, an immature energy with this person here in the way that they handled themselves in this dynamic. So I do feel like this person has decided that they do want a new solid beginning here, a commitment perhaps, and I feel like that is a big change compared to where they've been in recent history, where they were, you know, maybe even refusing a commitment offer from the other partner. And now they're coming forward deciding, okay, yes, that is the best plan. Kind of intense. A lot of passion here. But I also feel like a lot of anger as well in this situation. At least leading up to kind of this awakening kind of energy. With the Fool at the bottom of the deck, like I said, somebody here could have felt very foolish, but I do feel like there's a new beginning here. Somebody is deciding, yeah, Ace of Wands, King of Cups, Ace of Swords, Justice, yeah. Somebody here has deep love and wants a new beginning, and it took them a long time to figure that out. I feel like they kind of mistreated the relationship itself, if that makes sense. Not just the other partner, but they didn't respect the connection and what it had to offer. So like, and it's interesting because like with this Three of Swords, sometimes this can be like seen as third party energy, right? And even in this depiction, we have the two birds wearing their crowns, and then we have this other bird over here, like a third party, right? But more what I'm seeing here is like, here's the King and Queen of Wands, and here's the connection that they have. So this could be a twin flame situation where like the whole 1 and 1 makes 3 kind of energy is what I'm feeling there. Because like there's the two independent people, but when they come together, the relationship itself is like a third energy. And I feel like that is part of what they're figuring out here. When they come in to apologize, they're starting to figure out that it wasn't even just about the two of you together as individuals. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope you found that helpful, Leo. Check back here or hit that notification bell and keep an eye out for those bonuses. I am strongly feeling like I'm going to do a twin flame bonus. So in this particular reading, if this resonates, I feel like that might be helpful for you. So I will see you in the next one. Bye.